What you're about to hear now is beer. Alright, enjoying the graphics, I like it, the whole Halloween thing going on. Still got to get used to the controls. First video that I recorded live, I noted that when you're on the surface, even though you're firing one torpedo, which I'm still trying to wrap my mind around as far as having a wide versus narrow spread. I guess it's just sort of RNGesus spread, perhaps. But when you get just below the surface, that reticle for the launch window tightens up. It's a little wonky as far as the control of it. These subs oversteer tremendously. This one, I don't know. The other submarine did. Let's see. This one's a little more responsive. Yeah, definitely, and definitely quicker. Alright, so I'm going to line up on these Z-Casas. Not sure what my detection... Oh, okay, I can see my detection range, so... C is the command to dive. I'm going to take her just under the surface, and you'll see the reticle tighten up. 5.4 clicks. But when you're just under the surface, apparently your periscope will make you detectable. I'm going to slow up just a little bit. Torpedoes out. 2 torps out, slowing up. We have 1 sub on the surface. Oh! Rammed me, took my scope off. And I have emergency surfaced. But I took out that first Z-Casa. And do I have secondaries? Reloading my oxygen. Trying to dodge secondaries and catapults. Yeah, the zipper is definitely more responsive than the first sub I played. Slowing up, diving. Getting ready. Torpedoes to starboard. 1 torpedo out and in. Got him.
Enemy battleship sunk.
Coming up for oxygen to recharge. It'd be interesting if they implement submarines. There's a lot of different things you could do, since most of the, well, all of the submarines in World War II were diesel-electric boats. Running diesel on the surface, electric underwater, reducing detectability via anti-submarine warfare detection. Alright, here we go. Gonna reach out and touch the Scarab. So, fairly fast reload on a couple of torpedoes, and then about a minute reload after you cycle through them. Alright, depth charges coming out. Torps out on the Scarab. Gonna dive. But I do like that they made the fact that if your periscope is above water, you are detectable. Sort of the whole idea of radar. And you're having a piece of metal sticking up out of the ocean surface, making you detectable. Closing in on the Varig. Okay, so the zipper's reticle is far more controllable. Diving. Oh, wrong button. Doesn't look like the zipper has secondaries though, from what I can tell. But that's just me not knowing what the hell I'm doing. Torpedo out on the Varg. Looks like he's going to go down before the torpedo gets there. Coming back up to the surface. Yeah, zipper has no secondaries from what I can tell. No deck gun. Oh! Deck gun. Very short range though, apparently. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage. We recharged on oxygen? I hope so, yep. Okay, that's... Alright, I'm just trying to learn my torpedo systems. Gonna slow up. Come up. Get some more oxygen. Get myself some hits on the catapult. Barracudas have a faster firing secondary than the zipper from what I can tell. Coming back down. Leviathan avoided the first two torpedoes. Gonna try and press up on him. So it seems to be a combo launch on the zipper. Two torpedoes going in on Leviathan. Mr. Alston, he's sped up. Gotta get a little closer. Diving. What did we... Okay, we didn't lose anything. A Leviathan goes down. About 80% of my oxygen. Waiting for reload. Turning off. Coming back up. Torpedo going in. Got it. Okay, trying to recharge on oxygen. I've turned around here. I need to get back to where we need to be. There we go. Full speed ahead, coming up. So it looks like on the surface, maybe 20 knots. Well, let's see. Which will be interesting, given the surface speeds of most submarines in World War II. I think 23 was a very good day on the surface, but that remains to be seen. Alright, depth charge destroyers coming in. Rasputin coming in as well. We haven't lost any submarines yet. Alright. We need to discover the Iolair Castle. But I'm not sure where it's at. Traveling on the surface for as long as I can.
Torpedoes to starboard. Torpedoes to starboard.
Oh no, we lost a sub.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Detect. Oh, Rasputin. I gotta dive. We need to find the castle, but I'm not sure where it's at. Coming in. 2 torpedoes going in. We lost another sub. 2 torpedoes slowing up. Coming up. Get my, if I can, get my secondaries on him.
Torpedo support. The ship is on fire.
On fire. Diving.
Problem solved, sir.
Taking rounds. How much oxygen do I have left? He's firing on me. Torpedo in, critical oxygen level, coming back up to the surface. Diving. Oh, I'm not gonna live. Interesting controls. Oh, I did live. Depth bombs coming in. Oh, there we go. Coming up. Depth bomb misses.
Torpedoes to port.
It's a little bit of a handful. As far as... Nice. It's a little bit of a handful button-wise. And there we go. Yeah, it's a little bit of a handful with the C and F buttons, but all in all, 5 stars. I'll take it. I think after a while, with either a gaming mouse and locking keys on a gaming mouse or whatever, if you wanted to go submarines and put a little time into it, I think it needs, there's just a little more nuance, I think, that it needs. But so far, enjoyable. Definitely scenario material. I can see them putting them in, again, like I said in the other video, for particularly convoy, escort missions, stuff like that. I could even see if you were doing a scenario where you actually had 2 teams, one on each side. One was the hunters, the submarines, and one was the defenders, the surface combatants, destroyers, cruisers, battleships, escorting AI, supply ships, carriers, whatever. That would be interesting. And I could see that being the way to put subs in warships. Oh, I finished the bottom, but we got 5 stars. Let's see. Credits EXP. Right. And I didn't even trick out my captain. That was probably a mistake. So let's see. We're going to go in here as a post video. Prior, you know, no, I don't think so. I think that's a little better. Let's see. I think adrenaline rush, faster torpedoes. Faster torpedoes as far as reload. Really? No, it's already with it. Interesting. Advanced firing training. I can't see that that would be something. Fire prevention. I guess in scenarios. I'm going to increase my ship's survivability, so I have 6 points left. I don't have a damage control party. Since it does have secondaries, I suppose I'll go with that. So now I have 3 points. It's a little interesting. And this is... alright, I think that's the way to go. So the build on my zipper, after realizing I hadn't equipped my captain, will be preventative maintenance, adrenaline rush, basics of survivability, survivability expert, torpedo armament expertise, basic firing training for my secondaries, and fire prevention, because you don't want to fire on a submarine. Let's go over to modules. Alright. Interesting. Gonna mount the premium damage control. But no modules. Interesting. I would think eventually you would want to introduce things like sonar, maybe, to a submarine. Could be active or passive. You could have hydroacoustic, which is passive, and you could have perhaps an active pinging sonar, which might increase the range of detection, but perhaps surface ships might have some sort of counter to it to realize, kind of like a where's it at? Let's go back to the captain skill. There could be a version for priority target captain skill that would let you know you were being pinged, particularly by submarines. Right, back to port, and then I'm going to bring up my recording screen and I'll end this. Oh, did I get a container? I did indeed. Let's open the container before we end this. And alright, camos. I got 5,000 free XP on one of them, and let's see, what did we get here? Ooh, I got a new submarine. Very good. The Silo. And a captain. I'll take it. Alright, I'm going to end this video, and at some point I'll actually edit it and post it, and there we go.